Thank you for stopping by my Forward Life YouTube channel. My name is Roz. For those of you who don't know me, I talk about all things health, the health aspects that we deal with on a daily basis in our life. I started this channel because I was injured. I'm a veteran and I was injured doing a hospital procedure some years ago, and I had a lot of challenges and setbacks, and after all of that, I decided that in spite of, everything that I've dealt with, that I will continue to move forward in my life. And this is where I am today, just moving forward, dealing with the things that I have to deal with, trying to find a brighter side. Today we're going to discuss relationship health. This is number 5 of the series of 8 topics. I have already completed physical health, mental health, emotional health, and spiritual health. If you have not watched those videos, please go back and watch them, and then you can come back to this one and watch it later. I would appreciate it. And while you're at it, please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you like the videos, and also give me some comments below. Relationships are very important. It's just an important part of our lives. It's probably one of the most important part of our lives. The biggest relationship is going to be the relationship with yourself. We have to have a relationship with ourselves so that we can have a better relationship with other people. In order to have a better relationship with yourself, you have to begin to know who you are. Know what you like, what you don't like, that person inside. Learn who that person is. In order to have a relationship with other people, the first relationship we have to have is with ourselves. It's really important that we have a relationship with ourselves, because if we don't, other relationships, they're as important, but they're none as important, more important than the one with yourself. Besides, I have a relationship with God, and that's my most important relationship as far as, but that's discussed in the last video, which is spiritual health. If you haven't seen it, please go and watch it. In order to have a relationship, it has to be with ourselves. That is learning to be okay with who we are, not who anyone wants us to be, but ourselves, our feelings, our love for ourselves, the way we feel about ourselves. There are things that I don't like about myself, and there's things that you may not like about yourself, but it's okay. If you don't like it, can you fix it? If you can fix it, then fix it. See what it is, go through the steps and see what it takes to, get to where you are so that you can like the things about yourself. You have to love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, who else are you loving? Yes, we love our kids, we love our parents, or siblings, hopefully, all those things. Our grandparents, our extended family, friends, people, in general. However, if you don't love yourself, how could you really love someone else? Really love someone else? It takes a lot. Sometimes, the way we grew up, our environment, all those things, school, just being out in society. Sometimes you lose yourself in all those things. Our children, our spouses, or boyfriends, or whoever, our family, our parents, our siblings, all that stuff. Work, and it's hard to figure out all these things when trying to deal with ourselves. And sometimes we just put ourselves to the side, and we have to be committed to stop doing that, because we can drop dead today. We're not here. Life is going to continue to go on, and they're just going to adjust and do whatever they want to do with their lives. So why can't we just live our lives and be okay with how we are, and accept ourselves and love ourselves the way that we need? I just believe that we have to love ourselves, because if we don't, we can't give it to anyone else. Having a relationship with yourself, that's being okay to be by yourself. If you don't know what that feels like, then you're going to have to learn that. You're going to have to learn to be okay to be by yourself. You're going to have to take time to learn your likes and dislikes. What makes you tick? What makes you feel a certain way? What makes you happy? Because no one's going to be able to make you happy, no matter how much you think or how much you try. Only you. That's it. That happiness has to come from you. It's not going to come from anyone else. Yeah, it can look like it and maybe feel like it. Oh, he did this or she did this, or and that brought so much happiness. You're going to feel happy in that moment because of that situation. But they can bring the happiness. They can bring the sadness too. And all the other stuff that comes with that. If you're happy with yourself, if you're content with yourself, I think you'll be okay. Sometimes you have to, accept where you are in your life. Be grateful, even under the circumstances. It could be really bad, but it can also be really going really well. And no matter what, you still have to be grateful that you're here, that you get the chance to, even if you made a mistake or even whatever you're going through, that you're gonna get a chance to move forward in that situation, because that situation is only temporary. So you have to be content with yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to be able to be okay if you made a mistake, or be okay that something didn't work out the way that you wanted it to go. Like, for instance, for me, I had to learn to be okay where I am today, because of what I went through was life changing. It changed my life. It changed my career. It changed my whole. It just changed everything. I was really in a really bad place where I felt like I was really upset, and I was really like, wow, like it turned my life upside down. I had a lot of challenges and setbacks, and I had to deal with, and I still deal with to this day. So I just want to say that, you can still move forward despite, like me, I'm still moving forward in this in this injury journey, through the pain, through the all the things the doctor promised, the anxiety and everything I feel. Like, try to deal with the things that you deal with so that you can move forward in your life. Love yourself. Give yourself grace. Be okay with wherever you are. Don't let anyone tell you who you are. You must know who you are. And if you don't know, go find her. Go find him. Go find that person. It's inside. Go dig deep. You will find who you are. Dig deep. You will find who you are. And it doesn't matter. No matter what you go through, always go back inside and dig deep. And you find that person. It's never going to leave you. The person that you are inside, that's who you are. So remember that. And if you don't like that person inside, change it. How do you change it? Go through the steps and make changes. Always try to better yourself. Always try to, educate yourself on things. Educate. We need to educate ourselves on a lot of things, and stop allowing people to tell us what to think, what to believe, what to wear, what to look like, all these things, and just be who we are, and don't allow people to influence us in that way. Like me, I don't let people, I like the things that I like. I don't look at someone and say, oh, I'm just going to go buy that because they wore it. I'm just like, I like what I like. If I go to the store, if I see something I like, it's because I like it, not because I seen it on a commercial or somebody I know that, that got paid for something and they're probably not going to even use it. I stand by the things that I like, and if I don't like it, I'm not going to buy it. So just don't allow people to tell you who you are. Know who you are so they don't have to tell you who you are. If you need help, always consult with your doctor, with professionals. Always consult with them, because sometimes we don't want people prying in our lives, but there are some people that can help. There are people that are willing to help. And it could be a friend, it could be a coworker or something like that. Me, myself, I won't go to a coworker to have a conversation about my life because it's business. I just encourage you that, times of need, you seek help, you seek counseling, find a mentor, a life coach, someone in church, your pastor, something that's going to help you and guide you through situations that you're going to have in life. Because none of us are perfect, no matter, how we may pretend to be. No one is perfect. No one. Always seek professional help. Always believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, because, the confidence, it helps your self esteem. And if you don't know how to, find it. Find it. There's so much out there that you can just look up motivation, affirmations, put your thoughts down and go back and read them. Just write. Don't even think. Just write. Do like 10 minutes. Get a book, get a piece of paper, and just write. Write everything down that you're feeling. And don't stop and be like, don't think about it. Just write it all out and then go back to it maybe a day or two or three or a week, however you want to do it, and decide and look at it and question what you wrote down, what you were feeling at that time. Can you change it? Can you you fix it. And if you can't, you know what? Throw it away. It don't mean that it don't exist. It means you're just not going to deal with that at this moment. You don't have to deal with everything all the time. Some things just deal with themselves, you know? They have in life, you know, things have a way of dealing with themselves. Now, some things you do have to address, but some things if you can't change it, then what can you do about it besides pray about it? That's what I do. If I can't change anything, I'm going to pray about it and then I move on because there's nothing I can do anyway. There's no sense in me worrying about it. There's no sense in stressing about everything because what else can I do? You know, another thing is finding your passion. What is your passion? What is something that you like that you want to do? Find that. Find your passion. What is something that you wanted to do when you were a little kid? What is something that you dreamed of doing? I have an idea. Get a notebook, number it 1 through 200. Write down every and anything that you would like. Like there are no limits. There are no obstacles. There's nothing in your way, standing in your way. Money, none of that. Write everything down that you would like to visit, place you like to go, travel, place you would love to eat, things you would like to purchase. Write it all down. Write everything down. As I stated, I do this and I come back to it in January. I do it and then I check off the things. Like, or if I come across when I'm like going through I'll look through there and I say, and I'll check off some things. Cause some things, I mean, I've completed already. So try to do something like that. Find your passion. What do you like to do? What do you want to do? What can you do? Because sometimes we have to do things because we have to at that moment. Like we have to work a job because this is what we have and this is what we're dealing with at this moment. However, what are the things you really like to do? What makes you happy? What would you be doing if you wasn't doing what you're doing right now? Like your favorite thing to do that you don't even have to think about. Like, I love to cook. I'm going to get back into it. I love cooking. That's just like something I love to do. I love to do things with my hands, like crafts, stuff like that. I love puzzles, you know, different things like that. I definitely love reading and I love to journal, but I don't know if those are my hobbies. I just think those are things that I've always done. Find your passion and get doing the things that you like to do. Take like 30 minutes a day. And I know you're saying like, "Oh, I don't have 30 minutes a day. I have the kids. I have my husband. I got my this. I got my that. I got my job. I have school. I have no way, ma'am, sir. You can do it. Yes, you can. You can do 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at lunch, 10 minutes in the evening. Do something that you like, that you're passionate to create that. Do something. Just find your passion. And lastly, create boundaries. Create boundaries is the last thing that I want to say when it comes to having a relationship with yourself. Creating boundaries is limiting what you allow people, situations, and things to get in the way of you mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, you know, relationships and financially, socially, you know, all that, and environmentally, you know, what you allow in your space. Be careful. And if it's not good, get it out, move it away. You don't have to deal with that stuff. Yes, if it can be fixed, fix it. If it cannot, then it has poof, be gone. You have to go. You can't, I can't deal. I can't do this. That's not saying that it has to be a bad thing and it has to be a blow up if it's a person. Just be like, I'm not dealing. This is not what I want to deal with. I'm in a different place, a different space. And at this moment, we're not. Right now, we just need a break. We need some time apart or whatever. Because the most important person is me. And at this moment, it's not working. So this is the decision I have to make. And just be done with it. Don't worry. We have to get away from that, worrying about what other people think about us feeling the way that we feel. We're entitled to feel however we feel. You're entitled to that and be okay with that. That's what I want for you. That's what I want for myself. That's what I want for all of us. Be okay with being okay. Okay? Alrighty. Anyway, so the next relationship I want to talk about is our relationship with our spouse or significant others. It is the relationship that we have to have, even if we have children. If we are married, you have to have the relationship with your spouse. It's supposed to come before your children. I know we, as mothers, you know, say, oh, my children, this, that, and the other, are the most important and this and that. But if you're married, it has to be you and your spouse because it's you two together, or the team. You guys have to communicate. Communication. You guys guys have to communicate. There's going to be disagreements. Disagreeing is healthy, people. Okay, we can disagree and it be okay. It's not the end of the world to disagree with something, as long as it's not hurtful. You can disagree. It's okay, as long as you don't have bad intentions. Just it's okay to disagree. Healthy disagreements. How about that? Have communication. If you guys are not communicating, make sure that you go and get some therapy. See if you can get someone to be a mediator. We're not talking about just bringing all your family and friends. Make sure you're careful about who you're bringing in and having those conversations with, and who you're venting to, because those are the same people that may turn on you when you two are lovey-dovey, so be careful who you vent to about your relationships. And some things you shouldn't vent to your friends and family about. Just go to the professionals and someone outside and deal with the things that you need to deal with. Because sometimes when you bring other people in, then it gets real cloudy in the relationship, and you don't need that. It's your relationship, and you guys need to deal with the things that you have to deal with the best way that you can. Okay, and make sure you have your communication. Make sure that you guys that you have the support. You're supporting each other. If you don't have the support, if you don't have the communication, and there's no trust, you have to make some decisions then. It's time to make some decision that's in the best interest of you and that's in the best interest of the other person. So that's all I can say. I'm not a therapist or anything, but I just really believe that if you're in a relationship with even yourself, that if you're not doing the best interest of you, then you need to make some decisions to fix. That's going to better the situation for you and for the other person. And the third is going to be like your children. But if you don't have children, it could be your parents, siblings, your grandparents, whomever, a good friend. I don't know. Just whoever that person is, your person, that person is, or people are. I have children and now grandchildren. I mean, I have siblings, I have my parents, and then I have, other people, extended family and stuff. However, it's my children, it's my grandchildren. We have to have communication. You have to tell them your wants and needs. You have to everybody's not gonna cooperate with you and do the things, because I just feel this way. Because I'm the mother, everyone's not gonna do the things how I want them to. As a matter of fact, they're grown, so they can do whatever they want to do, how they want to do it. I just feel that the communication is key to any relationship. Make sure that you are communicating in a healthy way. If they're not going to communicate and respond the way that you may want them to, and that's okay. Those are the people that you know who have to deal that you're going to have to deal with in a different way. Oh my gracious. Anyway, those are the people you're going to have to deal with. You're going to have to learn to deal with them in some type of way. So that's what you do. Don't get mad about it. Don't get an attitude. Don't you guys don't have to fight and say mean things to each other and all that stuff and create chaos and dysfunction and all that stuff. Just deal with people a certain way. If they're nasty, rude, and don't, their disposition is just like all out, just be like, okay, I know how to deal with this person. Hi, how you doing? And goodbye. That's how you deal with it. You come to a function or whatever. Hi, how are you? Okay. You spoke and you wasn't rude, and you just move on. You wish them the best and definitely pray for them. Everyone needs prayer. So pray for them and then you move forward. It's not that we need to be holding grudges and then things, it makes it uncomfortable for everyone else, because one person or two people, if it's in the family, if it's at work, if it's at church, wherever it may be, don't allow someone else to spoil how things are going at a function or just in your life in general. Do not allow someone to dictate how you look at them or how you treat them, just because, they're not. Do not allow someone to dictate how you treat them, because they're not acting the way you would like them to, or their attitude is stinks. Just say that. And also, the next one is going to be a relationship with extended family that's goes all together with the children, parents, extended family, all that goes together. those relationships. Just be careful how we deal with them. And the ones that are just out of control and they're just all the way out there, let them be out there. Keep them out there. You don't have to deal with that. Just, you can still be, but you can still have grace for people, and they can come around. You can be like, hi, and move forward. You don't have to have that relationship with them. And if you want to have that conversation with them, you can. And if you don't have to. It's up to you what you want to do. And the next one we're going to talk about is friends, co-workers, church members, the people in the community, our neighbors. Oh boy. Yes, school, work, however. You have to have communication, be able to communicate. If you don't have understanding or something wasn't put out right, especially like I really believe this, like working when you're at work. I tell people this, especially younger people. Like, you start a job. I always, like, if a supervisor, said something or I had a meeting or whatever, always wrote them an email and was, to summarize, like, I wanted to make sure, our meeting doing this, you said this, blah, 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 blah. Especially if it was something like it was questionable, because I didn't want it to be like, oh, put it on paper, that helps you to keep things in order, especially if it's at work and there's so much drama and so much, because, it's different people. When you're dealing with different people, it's different personalities, different, people are different. And so everyone's not going to be like you. And when you get in the work environment, school environment, just everything, just life in general, there are relationships and there's differences and attitudes and what else. It comes a lot, I can tell you. Just make sure that you're communicating, you have an understanding. I didn't understand or whatever, always, can we have a discussion, email, or, I wouldn't approached it because I want to know. I like to know what is going on. This is what happened, and, I want to be clear, like, hey, this is what's going on. So ask questions, address it. If you're in a problem at work, even if it's with someone else, or address it so you can have a conversation, communication, set boundaries, find resolution. The boundaries are especially for work. If you and a coworker is not getting along, then y'all just not getting along. That has nothing to do with what you need to do at work, okay? You still have to do your job just because you and a coworker is not getting along. There has to be a resolution to that. So resolution would be, are we at work? We're going to address everything at work. That's it. Yes, it's business. It's not personal. So that's where you have to draw those lines and those boundaries. Where you're at church, this is what we're doing. Don't let people stop you from being who you are. At work, church, home, school, whatever. Your neighbors, whatever. Be who you are. That's you. No one can change that. And do not allow anyone that's walking this earth to change anything about you. If you don't like something about yourself, you change it. Do not allow anyone else to do, because they don't have that. They're not supposed to. Don't give them that power to change you. You change the things that you don't like. There's something you don't like about yourself, but don't allow other people to do so. So you set those boundaries. Hi everyone. There was a hiccup at the end of this video. I'm not sure what occurred. However, it didn't I didn't get the end part, but I did record it. I don't know what happened. However, that's neither here nor there. I just want to say thank you guys for watching my video. Make sure you be kind to yourself and take time to, just live your life the best way that you know how. Do your best, and don't have other people pressure you. I just want to say thank you for watching my video. The next video is going to be about financial health, and that will be dropping next Monday. This one's going to drop, yeah, that one's going to drop the following Monday. So just stay tuned, and if you like, comment and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Have a blessed day. Take care.